Hello, welcome to the National Real Estate Post. Frank Ray here, obviously with my friend Carl White. And happy Friday to you all before we head off into the Thanksgiving week, of which is going to be one of the notoriously quiet weeks as everybody's doing their travel and all that kind of stuff. It's a great time of year. I love it. And before we get started, I do want to make mention of Carl and his Loan Officer Freedom, or his LO Freedom podcast that you guys can be tuning into. Carl does these things like once a week, always has great interviews, great strategies, great tips, and it's absolutely free. As a loan originator, there's absolutely no reason not to be signed up with the LO Freedom podcast. And that banner is right here on your screen. It's also right below. You can click there to get signed up for free, or there's a link around here on Facebook somewhere. So with that, I do have Carl White here, and I wanted to bring something up, Carl. So I want to ask you a question.
All right.
Okay, so on
first of all, you have to pardon. I got a growth coming out of my head here.
Yeah, it looks like all your memories are falling out of your head.
Yeah, I'm going to the doctor about it this afternoon. So no, I'm at my daughter's apartment here in Atlanta. I'm visiting her. So anyway, so that's where I'm at.
There it is. But it's cool. It's a cool background. I like the way it's flying out of your head. It's awesome.
All right.
Hey,
so
it's all good. I got Brian Stevens smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. Dude, I never knew that was Brian.
Oh, really? That's Brian.
That is a brilliant picture.
Is that the coolest picture of all time?
That is like the coolest picture. Boy, that would be my Facebook profile.
Oh, dude, I got to take credit. I took the picture.
That's so cool. I'm not even going to try anymore. I mean, that's just.
It is the coolest picture ever. So
all right,
anyway. All right, so here we go. So I was on Monday's show. I had Mike Seminari from the Stratmore Group on the show.
Great group.
Yeah. Oh man, the data that they produce is just so awesome.
Okay.
So anyway, we did this show, and we were talking about the customer service experience, which is kind of what Stratmore kind of focuses on, right? And we were talking about the customer service experience. And at the end of the show, right at the end, before we said goodbye, he said this thing to me. I went, wow, I'm just going to leave it at that. And what he said was, technology needs to operate in the background.
Mm.
That's what he said. And because what we were talking about was, Carl, where people, when you meet with them, they might say they prefer to be communicated to via email or text or instant message, right? These days, they never say the phone, right? But it was when the loan officer made the personal call to the people, even though they said that wasn't their preferred method, but when the loan officer, not the assistant, but when the loan officer, him or herself, actually made the call to the customer, updating them on what was going on their stuff, it was those phone calls that were noted by the customers in the surveys that pushed it over the top. That's what they felt was the best part of the whole experience, was when they got that personal call. Even though they didn't ask for it, they said, text me, IM me, right? Technology operating in the background with the personal touch on top. So my question for you is, because you run a mortgage shop, you've got LOs, you're a renowned coach, trainer, you know what I mean? What are your thoughts on that personal call in an active purchase pipeline for a loan originator, guys? This is for our loan originators. When do you make that personal? When do you advise your guys to make that personal call?
Man, that's a great question.
Or do you do it all?
And I would say that this goes to branch managers, this goes to loan officers, this goes for owners of the company, this would go for the real estate agents, the real estate broker. Same answer I'd give for everybody. The problem is, you know, we have CRMs that we need to run, and we have texting that we're doing, and the ringless voicemail and the online apps. And these are all good things, right? I'm not saying they're not. They're all great things. I use each and every one of them a lot. But what we have to be careful of is we don't get so busy building the farm that we forget to milk the cow, right? We can't get so busy building the farm that we forget to milk the cow. And setting up the CRM and texting and all the Facebook ads, again, all good stuff. And that can be fun and sexy, and maybe doing a podcast or another, you know, just all that stuff, all video marketing, all great stuff. But we can't get so busy doing that we forget the main thing is having conversations with people. Like, we use all that technology to have conversations with people. And if we try to eliminate the conversation, man, your score is going to you're going to really decline because of it. And for me, it's like, look, so I've got a CRM. I got a very robust one. I've got like a full-time person in my office that does almost nothing but that. And so all this stuff of texting and doing the online apps and the CRM, it's all important stuff. But I'm going to argue before you even start turning that stuff on, at least spend the first couple hours a day having conversations with people. Picking up the phone, dude, picking up the phone and if you just wish them happy birthday or thank them for maybe our assistant maybe took the app or maybe they did an online app or maybe the real estate agent referred them. Pick up the phone and thank people for it. Have conversations with them. And that will by far take you further down the road than any other single activity. The last thing that I'm going to be farming out is having conversations with those people that either A, are applying for a mortgage, or B, they know people that they can refer to me to apply for a mortgage. That is the one activity you don't want to farm out.
Okay, so let me ask you this. During the loan process, I got a guy in, he's in, let's say, a purchase deal. The guy's in the door, he's in the system, we're going for it. We've got our 30-day close, right? And things are happening. When do you say, regardless what they said text me, IM me, email me, when do you say have the conversation through that process?
So what I do is, the one thing we want to be careful of is like if right now somebody wanted to apply for a loan, say in my mortgage company, if I'm sitting here talking with you today, Frank, right now, they'd hit voicemail. We don't want that to happen. Because there's an old saying, if somebody's trying to give you money, make it really easy for them to do that. So we don't want people to...
That makes sense.
Yeah, we don't want people to wait and hear, maybe I'll call you back, maybe I won't, right? We don't want them to wait. So I would have, like, while we're on the phone, if somebody calls for me, I want somebody to say hello to that person. I want somebody to take that application. I want somebody to take that referral, right? All fine and dandy. Now, if I'm not doing anything, will I take that? Of course. But if I'm busy, then I'm going to have somebody else as my backup. Maybe it's an answering service that answers after the third ring, something like that. Maybe it's somebody in my office. These answering services, by the way, you can get them for like $100 a month. And when they leave a message with these people, within 3 minutes, you get a text and or email of a transcription of that conversation. So you know how quick to call those people back. Anyway, so once if somebody else talks to your client first, which is totally cool, nothing wrong with that. For me, I recommend that I live by calendar. That'll give you more freedom than anything else. So from 1 to 2 o'clock, that's your conversation time. Pick up the phone. Hey, thanks for doing an application. I know you talked to my partner in the office, Bob, and he took the application. We're reviewing it. We're going to give you a different. But I just wanted to call you right now. Just thanks for your trust. Thanks for doing the application. Hey, Frank, thanks for referring that person over. Hey, Susan, happy birthday. I just wanted to wish you happy birthday. Like just having conversations with people, but you have to do it in a very specific time of your day. Otherwise, we'll get busy setting up that text messaging, the email, all good stuff, and forget to have the conversations. So it has to be in the calendar.
So, and that's a daily experience that you're talking about.
At the daily experience. And for some people, maybe it would be like once, maybe it's like if you're just getting started with this, maybe it'd be like, I recommend from 9 to 11 to make your outbound proactive activity. And then maybe take a little break. Then maybe say from 11:15 to noon, do your proactive outgoing, having conversation phone calls. And then maybe again at the end of the day, say like from 4 to 5, put that in your calendar to then call everybody back. Because it's not going to be reasonable. It's not going to happen that if you're the only person answering your phone. Frank, you and Brian talk about this all the time. You're the ones that maybe started thinking about this, that when you do outbound phone calls to either loan officers or real estate agents, 85% of the time we catch a voicemail. That should never, ever, ever happen. Have somebody have a conversation with them, and then at scheduled times of the day, you do outbound phone calls, and maybe the application's already been taken, maybe the information's already been taken. Call them up and just say thank you. And coming from a guy like you, Frank, if you're the loan officer, the business owner, the agent, it's very powerful. You don't have to do everything, but just say, hey, I just wanted to thank you.
Yeah, just that personal call, and so through the loan process, then, so of the deals that you have in the pipeline, some of those calls are to those people, right? Saying, hey, loan's going good, or hey, appraisal came in, just want to let you know, or
we do that every Tuesday, and we recommend that the loan officer or the real estate agent themselves actually make that call. Like for a loan officer, it'd be to the listing agent, the buying agent, the title company. We get a lot of referrals from them. The borrower and the co-borrower. Once you get up to about, say, 18 loans a month, give or take,
it's hard.
It is. You have to start farming some of that out. And so what we do is we recommend you farm out the call to the borrower and co-borrower but keep making the call to the listing agent, the buying agent, the title company, because those are the people most likely that would give you even more referrals going forward. Once you get about 30 to 40 loans a month, you might even have to farm that activity out too.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, well, I guess the way we'll close this out is that you're in agreement, right? I mean,
total agreement. I couldn't. We let all this sexy stuff get in the way, and we forget the main thing is the main thing. Like, dude, I get your emails and I watch your show every day. I love it, man. It's great stuff, and I have to say, I smile every time I see you and Brian. You're dear friends of mine, and I appreciate all the ways that you've helped me. But brother, it ain't nothing like when you and I get on the phone and have a person-to-person phone call.
That's totally true.
It's just all the different, and I love your videos, I love your emails and all the different things, but it's nothing, it doesn't replace the one-on-one conversation we have, Frank. And that's why you and I have a true relationship, not because I watch your videos, but because we have that occasional time, that talk time. Yeah. When you're not flying to London or Germany, all this other stuff that you do. So
yeah. So all right, well, we'll go ahead and end it here. Technology should operate in the background, right? We still have to have conversations with these people. So I hope you guys take that to heart. I know this is like the second or third time we've touched on it this week, but I just think it's really important. We're heading into 2020, and every time you head into the new year, everybody makes some kind of a resolution. You know what I mean? And so, maybe it's kind of trying to structure your day a lot like Carl talked about here today. You can reach Carl through his podcast, right? And he does do coaching, etc. So if you need help with any of this stuff, he is there to help you guys out. So with that, we'll go ahead and sign off. Appreciate you being on the show as always, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. Hey, just in closing, I get asked, I was just asked this last weekend, Carl, what's your number one business tool? This.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, you too, man. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Do us a favor, share this on Facebook, the little Facebook button down there. Start a conversation. You might pick up a deal. Leave us your comments down below. If you're meeting us for the first time, subscribe for free in the upper right-hand corner. We'll catch y'all later here at the National Real Estate Post. See you later.